Well, Happy New Year to everyone in the Cellercise family. I want to thank you for sharing some of your time with us tonight and for all the support you gave us last year and the support you've given to each other. We truly have a movement. We've got an exciting program that is truly changing lives, and we're going to talk about some of the lives that has been changing tonight. And I want to encourage you to get your Cellercisers ready, because we're going to go through a new program tonight that Dr. Linder actually set up for us. And it's going to be part of the Mr. Rebounder app. So even though I'm going to be doing it with you when I'm done, you can have access to it for the or in perpetuity. So I want to encourage you to share that. Earlier today I was struggling. I'm trying to think of what is it that I can do to make a difference for you in your life, to help you to achieve your greater health potential. We all have one, and many of you probably heard me talk about the idea if you draw a line down the middle of a piece of paper, and on the right-hand side of the line you've got health, and on the left-hand side of the line you have illness. In our society today, we've come to accept to a large degree the idea that health is simply an absence of illness. And as a result of that, most people live right on the line. When we cross the line to illness, then often we look for a shot, a pill, or some kind of treatment to get us back to the line again, and we stop again. Well, there's a few and a growing number of us out there that have moved further to the right of the line. We rarely get sick. We enjoy a better quality of life. We enjoy better health. If we do get sick, we have the ability and we know how to jump back. Well, I believe we even have a greater potential. My job is to see how far to the right of that line I can help you get. And I know that there's different things we're going to be introducing in the course of this year that are all designed to help you take charge of your internal and external environments more effectively so that you can reach your greater health potential, and it has little or nothing to do with age. Cellercise. Let's talk about it for a moment. It's fun. What kid, and some of us have to think back a few years, didn't enjoy jumping up and down in the crib or on a couch or the bed? It's fun. Cellercise, it's fun. It's something we can enjoy. And just like children did, the moving up and down helps to relieve stress, tension, increase circulation through all extremities of the body, makes it easier on the heart, pumps those one-way valves in the lymphatic system. It's fun, but it's also efficient. Cellercise isn't weight lifting, it's weight bearing. We don't limit the effect. It's strengthening muscles, bones, connective tissues, ligaments, tendons, bones, fascia throughout the entire body. It treats the entire body collectively as a whole, not as parts. And I've been doing it for over 30 years. It's the only exercise that I get. My children have watched me as they've grown up. Cellercise is an intricate part of our day-to-day life. And all of us are using Cellercise because we know and we've experienced its benefits. It's easy. Cellercise is easy. You don't have to work hard on it. You play on it. It works on you. And that's what it's always done. Now, you can work intense and hard on it if you want. Nothing wrong with that. It can make a difference. Look at Sally and Stephanie. They've really tightened and toned and strengthened their body. I've done the same thing. I don't really work that hard on it, although I play on it. And for me, as my skill and my endurance has improved, my intensity is naturally improved, but I'm not trying to work hard. I'm playing, I'm having fun, I'm challenging myself. And that's what we want it to do. Cellercise is convenient. It's available when you are. I mean, you can take it with you, but Cellercise it can be done in the home, in the living room with the television on, the air conditioning, the heater, being with your family. It's convenient. You don't have to change your clothes. You don't have to get in a car. You don't have to drive to a gym. Nothing wrong with that if you like that. All I'm saying is this is very convenient. It's economical. Basically, it's a one-time investment for a lifetime of benefit. It's safe. My grandchildren are using it. My children have all used it. I use it, obviously. All age groups can use it. There are many different approaches we can take on it. Now, all of us out there, all of us know someone that the Cellerciser can help. So, in my attempt to work to help you reach your greater health potential, I'm going to ask you to pay it forward and do what you can to help those you care about also help reach their greater health potential. And we all have it. Now, this is a year of resolutions. A year's gone by. Did anybody slow it down? Maybe we wish we could have, but we didn't. It went by, irrespective of us. Another year is going to go by. We're not going to be able to stop it, really, or alter or change it. The year is going to go by. What I want you to ask yourself is, knowing that that year is going to go by, where do you want to be 1 year from today? Well, that's what I was thinking. And in reflecting upon the past year, as I'm sure we all have, and upon the year that we're moving forward to, I came up with some thoughts that I scribbled down. I'm going to have to type them and make them a little more legible, but I wanted to share some of these with you on the hope that, in principle, you might be able to apply some of this to you in your life as well. A time of reflection. Did we progress last year? I'm asking myself, did I progress last year? Did I make changes? Do I know myself a little bit more? Do I understand others a little bit better? Am I more tolerant, forgiving, hopeful, helpful, focused, happy, persistent? I wake up each morning with a sense of excitement, wonderment, and purpose. I want you to just say it. If you don't believe it, say it. Feel it with emotion. Remember, that's the mental part of exercise we're doing also. I let go of the past and look to the future. Now that's huge, because often it's our past that is affecting our ability to move forward. So I wrote, I know I can't move on if I hold on. I let go of resentment. I pray for those who've done me wrong. I let go of anger and seek for joy. I am happy and hopeful. I see myself not just as I am, but as I can become. I have purpose in this life. Every day I can send joy through a smile, a helping hand, or a prayerful thought. This is going to be the best year. And as I've always said, if I can help just one person, my life's a success. If I can help more, how much greater is the joy? Because my joy comes not in selling Cellercisers. My joy comes in helping people reach their health potential. I was talking to my manufacturer today, and he was saying, David, the reason that we're having such a hard time getting component parts is because you won't sacrifice the quality of those parts. And so he said, the next materials, next group of materials that we're going to get to produce Cellercises probably isn't until the end of March. And he's basically letting me know if we want to sacrifice the integrity, the quality of the unit, then we can get materials sooner. And I said, thank you. I said, it doesn't matter how long it takes. I need to know that we have a unit that is built with the best quality steel and component parts that is going to help people get results and have a unit that's going to last. We have, and you all know this, we've got the tri-adaptable spring. And this spring design and the steel and the quality of this spring is unlike anything else on the market. There may be others that try to compare it to it, but there's nothing. This is patented technology. And it has the ridge here before it tapers, and then another ridge where you can feel it with your finger before it tapers again. So we designed it, and I designed it, and I wanted it to be a program that the whole family can participate in, not just, different size or weight people. It's for everybody. And again, you've heard me say when they were asking me, David, in my business plan, who's your target audience? I said, people. And they laughed. They said, no, you got to narrow your audience. And I said, no, you need to broaden yours. It literally is. It's for everybody. So let's read some customer reviews. We've got a few, and I'm going to read some questions. I want to encourage you, please. If you have questions, Brooklyn's here. Christine, I'm sure, is online. Write your questions, send them to us so that we can respond to them. Again, the reason I'm here is to help you. And I look forward to working with you on the Cellerciser with Dr. Linder's program in just a few minutes. So, all right. So Rolene writes, thanks to the Cellerciser, I'm now 25 pounds, down 25 pounds and feeling comfortable in a swimming suit. I feel stronger and can feel my body composition changing. I've gone for months without losing a pound. Inches are coming off. I also enjoy non-scale benefits. My favorite is my lungs and vocal cords are clear. I can sing in church again. I know there's more work to do, and I enjoy playing in. And I can relate to that. I used to think that we had to work hard too. I would wake up after I started Cellercising and I was losing weight and the muscles were showing up again, and I said it was too easy. This is too easy. And I'd wake up at nighttime panicked that this wasn't going to last. And so I'd get on the Cellerciser and I'd start to exercise at night to Cellercise because people were taking notice and I was motivated, and I thought, well, if I don't work hard, I'm gonna lose it. I didn't understand how effective Cellercise was. Yes, I do it daily, and that's part of my day-to-day routine, and I enjoy doing it, and I know what it feels like if I don't. But I'm also realizing that Cellercise is extremely intense in and of itself because it's causing every single muscle to flex over 100 times a minute. That's intense. You're playing on it, but it's working on you. Okay. D writes, I am overjoyed with the Cellerciser. As a retired homeopathic practitioner of over 40 years in Texas, I still hear from clients and now as an educator discuss healing and support options to remain healthy. One area of concern we all experience is stress during these difficult times. Exercise is a key to giving you the edge to get through your day. This includes increasing your immune system and lowering your stress levels. I encourage my clients to reestablish their power and take charge of their personal health options. Research, study, and make the best choices to enjoy optimal physical and mental health. I'm so happy to be a part of the Cellercise family. Stay well and happy, Dr. D. Dr. D is talking about stress reduction and the immune system. We just talked to somebody a moment ago about improving their vocal quality at church. And again, I'm going to share this because it really works. If I get on the Cellerciser and I do the deep breathing, it's a technique I designed many years ago. It's been extremely effective for singers, radio announcers, and speakers. And I didn't do it before I started to talk tonight, and I really should have, because you can hear the difference in my voice when I do this. It opens up the larynx. It gets to the other 1/3 of the lungs that most people don't get enough oxygen to. And I've had COVID. When that hit my lungs, my bronchial tubes were compromised. It took me over a month to get those opened up and cleared out again. But I worked on it, and the Cellerciser worked on me. This is a technique that as you're moving up and down, you're also increasing circulation. So fluid is moving up and down. It helped to break up the fluid so I could clear it out of the lungs. So it goes just like this. And when I'm done, I don't know if you can hear the difference in the voice or not, but you can project easier. There's a difference in the voice quality. So we encourage people to do that. All right. What is there? Almost got mixed up. Okay. Christina writes. Yes, go ahead. Brooklyn.
I had rotator cuff surgery because of a torn tendon about 6 weeks ago. Can I use the Cellercise to help rehabilitate my shoulder? I know you can't give medical advice. I'm just asking for your opinion.
Here's my opinion. And I suggest you consult with your doctor or health practitioner. But here's what I have taught that has helped enormously a great number of people. And again, I don't know your personal situation, but this is what I train and teach doctors in as well. If you take your elbow and you just support it with your hand, if you have discomfiture. Ideally, if you can hold your elbow straight ahead and bounce up and down, if you put your fingers on your deltoids, you're going to feel a huge amount of expanding and contracting your weightless weight. Well, that movement up and down is helping reduce inflammation as it increases circulation, and is weight bearing to help improve strength. As we hold it this position for a few moments, then we can lift it up over our head, and all these are going to be on the Mr. Rebounder app shortly, and then out to the side. And so we're opening up. Now, if you need additional support, you can actually hold the shoulder that is compromised, and you can help support it with your hand, lift it up to where it's comfortable as you gently move up and down, and you can just kind of slowly get to that position, and then a little higher, and a little higher, and then out to the side, and then you do the same thing over and over, and it starts to open up the shoulders. It's been phenomenal for a great many of us who have compromised our shoulders over the years, and it's something that generally it can create an immediate or very, very fast improvement, whether it's a week, 2, 3 weeks. It generally can help pretty quickly. And I don't know anything better, frankly, because you can do it in physical therapists that I've worked with. They understand the value of this because they'll have you do different positions with your shoulder as well. What they can't do is they can't massage or increase the circulation effectively while they're doing the movements. But you can on the Cellerciser. So it's literally massaging, increasing fluid, helping to reduce inflammation, strengthening, and increasing all that flexibility. So I hope that helps. Yes?
Are you thinking of getting a Canadian distributor for all the people from Canada who would love to have a Cellerciser without having to pay the duty and exchange rates?
Yeah, the answer is yes. Find me somebody who's qualified. In other words, they're able to buy a number of units, and we make it very easy for them, who also has the ability to help do some of the marketing up in that area. And the answer is absolutely yes. We'd love it. We've got a huge number of our Cellercise family is from Canada. And, I've been up there a number of times, and I've enjoyed it a great deal. But we need a distributor. No question. We need somebody who wants, and it'd be a great opportunity because I'd much rather be able to have somebody who can buy them in quantity, get a much significant discount in both the shipping and costs, and where I can tell people in Canada, yeah, you can get it through so and so. So we can help support each other in helping to expand the market. We can do the same thing in Europe. I mean, there's the entire world, and everybody needs a Cellerciser. We just need to help them understand why and how, and that's my job. But I need the resources, the talent, and the people that can help us move it forward. So, thank you.
Do you have any recommendations for allergy sufferers?
Oh, do I have any recommendations for allergy sufferers? Oh yeah, absolutely. When you get on, and Christine knows about that, we all know about this. Allergy seasons. When we're on the Cellerciser and our sinuses, they're stuffy or they're sensitive, we get on a Cellerciser and we start to move up and down. It helps to clear the sinuses. Generally just within a few minutes. As we're moving up and down, we clear those sinuses. Now we may have a runny nose, but the symptoms, the red eyes, the sensitivity, all of that just slowly fades away while we're Cellercising. And I know if we get on the Cellerciser, myself included, if I'm not immune to allergies, I've just gotten a lot better since I Cellercised. But if I get on the Cellerciser and I run really fast for a minute, just go real fast, I can increase the number of active white blood cells in my body by 10 to 15 times. I don't know why it works, but the symptoms, when I get off the Cellerciser, I feel better. And I've got stories I could tell you, but I don't want to take any more of that time. Any other questions, Brooklyn? But you can read some of the good customer reviews on allergies on our website as well. All right. Christina says, completed your routine after a long day at work and feeling 100% better. My back and neck are no longer holding tension and I can breathe easier. I wear a mask all day at work. After the power breathing movement, she says, I can breathe easier. Dave Hall, thank you. I will do this one again and again. And thank you, Christina, for sharing it. Yeah, that breathing one, I count the most important physical activity I believe all of us can do every day of our life if we want to live a long, healthier, more productive life, is get on that Cellerciser every day and do the gentle baby bounce. If you did nothing more than just this to get rid of the stress and the tension, to activate and improve the lymph flow through the body, I think that's great. Second most important that I believe we do on the Cellerciser, that gentle twist every day. This gentle movement to loosen the back, to put the colon and the intestines through a little washing machine effect to improve digestion, elimination processes, to stimulate massage the liver, the kidney, the spleen, the gallbladder, the pancreas, and the adrenals. All those internal organs up and down, side to side. I think that's the second most important physical activity all of us can do every day of our life. The third that I believe is the most important, getting that oxygen into the bloodstream, pumping the lymph system throughout the chest cavity area, opening up those bronchial tubes and getting oxygen to the 1/3 of the lungs that most people don't get enough oxygen to on a day-to-day basis. And that's this one here. Because I think it really makes a difference. All right. Whoops, did I do it again? Grab the wrong ones. Okay. Oh, we're gonna save this one for another time. It's really, really good. I've read this. Okay, Sabina writes, thank you for the update. I bought the Cellerciser, an app for building bones and toning, and I heard the isometric exercises were the best for that. Can you please tell me if there are any other exercise routines on the app that you could suggest? Yeah, we're going to be creating a lot more of them. I've tried the different levels and I'm fine with all of them. Also, do you suggest several shorter, more intense exercises throughout the day or fewer longer exercises for toning and building bones? I don't know if there's a target heart rate for toning or if that's mainly for losing weight. Thanks for your help, Sabina. Okay, so those are some good questions, Sabina. And yes, Cellercise is going to help to tighten and tone in all areas of the body. The intensity you can increase by altering the angle of your body in different positions, going a little bit harder. That all improves intensity. It's not so much that there's an advantage, it's different. If you want to do a longer period of time, great for lubrication, getting the joints going, circulation, and wonderful. Doing more intense, great to challenge the body, increase mitochondria, energy levels, heart rate, metabolism. I think they're different. So you can do both, and you can alter it during the course of the week. They're both going to be beneficial. They're just slightly different in different ways. And as far as target heart rate, well, the heart is a muscle. And as you apply weight on the muscle, just like any muscle, it's going to get stronger because of the increase of weight. It's just that the current paradigm or thought process is that you have to stress the heart to make it stronger. Yeah, that can make it stronger. But Cellercise is a different dynamic. It needs to be studied more because it's also weight bearing. It's actually easier on the heart while you're challenging and strengthening the heart. So often people that have a weaker heart can do Cellercise, whereas they may not be able to do other types of exercise. And again, if you have a medical condition, consult with your doctor. Okay. I lost my way. Some of these I think got mixed up. I love all the customer reviews, though, guys. It makes a big difference to me to hear them. So please, if you've had a good experience with Cellercise, please share it, because you don't know who that really is going to touch. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to make a difference. And you make the difference. You really do. And it's one great big circle. We're all sitting at it. I like to think of it, we're all sitting at a round table. And each one of us has something to contribute. And what we're contributing to is a common cause, which sits in the middle of the table. And we're all helping to promote that common cause that we know is going to help humanity. It's going to help and make a difference in the lives of those people we care about. Okay, so are we ready? You're on your Cellerciser. Do we have any other questions, Brooklyn? We're good? Okay, Brooklyn, can you just, I know I'm putting you on the spot. What do you like about Cellercise? Can you speak it so they can hear?
I feel like I don't have to go to a gym, which it cuts out that commute, which is honestly, like, I feel like a big barrier of going to the gym is not wanting to be embarrassing yourself in front of people, and also having to drive there. And also I don't get as sore, so I can do a lot more back-to-back days.
That's big.
Without feeling like I'm
don't get as sore.
Ruining my body.
Yeah.
Like wrecking my muscles. So
interesting you said that. I had a phone call earlier today about somebody who was saying the same thing, Brooklyn. They were saying that that over the course of their lifetime, they tried some of these insane type programs, and that they still were dealing with issues that came as a result of it, and how much they did appreciate the Cellerciser. So I don't remember the name of the person, but I appreciate them calling in today to share that, and thank you, Brooklyn, for sharing that as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be, not the 7th routine. Let's go back. It is going to be Dr. Linder, number 2. And if you want to rename that, that's great. This is going to be a health and fitness routine. It's under the advanced section, but we're going to give you a way that you can kind of water this down a little bit, so that based upon what you're comfortable with, you can still do the routine. You can just do it on an easier level. And remember, you don't have to knock yourself out. You have fun on it. And for me, it's fun to challenge myself a little bit, but so this is it. It's going to be the health bounce. And we'll do that for a full minute. We want to get circulation going, backflush valves, increase oxygen blood flow to the brain, warm up the tissue, and that's what that is. So then we're going to do the hip rocks. And we're going to loosen up the hips a little bit more. We're going to be working on the thighs and the knees, so it'll be the side-to-side motion. We'll do that for a minute. Then we're going to do the twist. So we're going to be preparing and working on, and I love this routine. It's a great routine. Thank you, Dr. Linder. That was nice. The twist, so that we can stimulate digestion, elimination processes. We can loosen up and massage those internal organs and prime them so that they're more fluid. They can circulate better. Then we're going to do the power breathing, so we can get the oxygen to our lungs and to our bloodstream. And we need oxygen to burn calories, utilize nutrients, and create a healthy environment for the body anyway. So we'll do that for 15 seconds. Now, if you don't want to do that much, don't do that much, because 15 seconds is quite a bit. In fact, Dr. Linder had it on there for 30 seconds, and I just don't want anybody to pass out. So I altered that one just slightly to do 15 seconds, and that should help. Okay, then we're going to do the health bounce after that for 30 seconds. Then we'll do a sprint. Now, it's set up for the sprint moderate, and you can sprint, you can just jog in place, just jog easy. It's giving you the benefit. Your hips are dropping into the mat. You're not hitting a hard surface, helping to loosen up the lower lumbar, working the core. You want to lift your knees up as high as you comfortably can so that you're working those areas of the body. Then we're going to do the hip rock again, and because we've loosened things up. Then we're going to do the Jamba run. All right, guys. Now, it's set up for 30 seconds, so it shouldn't be too bad. But the Jamba run that's an intense movement. So you can just do the Jamba walk instead. And the difference again, of course, the Jamba walk, you just keep your feet on the mat, you bend at the knee, keep your back straight, you're pushing down into the mat. The Jamba run, you're going just a little bit faster. Okay, then we're going to do the twist for 30 seconds. We're going to do the front kick for the stomach. Now that's an advanced movement. So for those of you not ready for that, instead of doing the front kick, just hold on and tilt backwards while you jog slightly. If you slightly tilt, all these muscles are tight anyway. And as you're jogging, coming down at that altered angle, you're going to be working and building your core very effectively as well. We're going to do the health bounce for 30 seconds. Then we're going to do the back kick, where we lean forward a little bit. We lift our legs. And on that back kick, if your back is weak, just lift your heels up a little bit. Just kind of lean forward slightly and just do this. For those, see, you're still leaning forward, so when you're coming down. So the back is helping to hold you up. It's working, guaranteed. If you're a little stronger, then you're going to be lifting your legs back. Okay. Then we're going to go through the routine. Basically, it's 2 times. And this is what Dr. Linder had built, and I agree with it. It's wonderful. So after the back kick, which disappeared, then we're going to do the hip rock again. We're going to do power breathing for 15 more seconds. We're basically going through the same routine. And so I've gone through all the different movements, and you know how to alter those as we do it. So let's play in. Oh, Brooklyn, yes.
Are there any good workouts for drop foot?
For drop foot, lifting the heels up and down. When you lift the heels up and down, you're working all the muscles and the fascia and the tendons, ligaments underneath the heel. And so as we work on the ankle as well, we're working the calf muscles and the heels. So we can start off very gently. You may not even lift your heels up very much. But as you become stronger, you can lift them up a little bit more. And most of the movements on the Cellerciser, they're going to be constantly working. The foot has to oppose the weight. So the muscles and the ligaments that tendons, the fascia, it's all over time going to become stronger and more flexible at the same time because you're getting a lot of movement with the foot into the mat.
Can the health bounce help with the sinuses?
Oh yeah. Can the health bounce help with the sinuses? Of course. Yeah, you're still moving fluid. It's an internal scrub brush of fluid moving up and down. You're moving, boy, I'm trying to think of a way to illustrate that. I've often, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I didn't wear the right shirt for this. When I'm on this Cellerciser, okay, let's pull this up. Just to kind of give you, see if you can see, can they see my arm on line here?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so I've got these valves, and if I flex the arm, you can see the vein. It doesn't do anything, it just sits there. But the moment I start to move up and down, I don't know if you can see that because the shirt's too tight, but the movement up and down, it literally is moving fluid up and down through the one-way valves. And as it back flushes those valves, it expands the blood vessels and the arteries. Well, in the lymphatic system is also a circulatory system. It's a vacuum. It holds a negative pressure, so movement causes suction. When we're on a Cellerciser and we're moving up and down, so's the fluid in the lymph system. So all these one-way valves start sucking. They start pulling that circulation through all the tissue. It's a vacuum system for the body. So the answer is yes. It can help with sinuses just by doing the gentle movement up and down. Can help clear the head up and down. And if you want to do a little more intense, just jog because that pumps. This one here is also acting like more of a pump because you're getting that fluid as you move. You'll see me doing a little bit of that on the hip rock. Hip rock, you can just go, you swing your arms, which is great for the back and shoulders, or you can do a combination of the two where your shoulders coming up and down, which is what I like to do because it helps to loosen the shoulders more. It pumps the lymph system a little bit more as you're doing this, and it helps to improve the back, flexibility of the back. Any other questions?
Frederick says he's been doing the back kicks and it's causing him back pain.
Oh yeah, okay. Then go. Then you're doing too much. The back Cellercise is intense. When you lift and come down, that is a lot of weight, and it can take some time. Cellercise is really helpful at exposing weaknesses, and the lower back for many people is weak. So we start off gently. You don't have to lift up real high. That's a lot of weight. And when you're coming down with your leg up, it takes a little bit of time for that to get stronger. Always after the back movement, I suggest doing the twist just to help loosen up those muscles, but it will help. It's kind of like you see in ballerinas, ballet, men and women. If they're working the lower back, they're lifting, they're doing this. I don't know if you can see this or not. So they're holding on to, a beam or a bar, and they're doing this to help strengthen and increase flexibility in the lower back. Well, Cellercise isn't just lifting the weight away from gravity. It's also increasing the weight of gravity. It makes it more intense. So doing it like this is going to be a lot more intense than just doing it like this. So if you have a weakness, Cellercise is very good at helping to expose the weakness. Then what we want to do is approach it more gently so that we can make that area stronger. I hope that helps. Any other questions? All right, let's get started. I'm going to turn on the music even though... Oh, one more thing. Okay, the module. Some of you have been asking about, give me 1 second, I'm going to be off camera while I look for our new module. Okay, which I'm going to put underneath the mat. Okay, so we've got a new module. It's wireless, and it will attach to the unit. And when you turn it on, and you have the app, yes, move it back. Move it back. Thanks, Ricky. All right. When you have the app, you will want to go back to the little hamburger thing up here and go to settings, and it says connect Bluetooth device. So you connect Bluetooth device, and now it says connected. It's 100% charged. So I'm going to go back to the advanced section, and we're going to go to Dr. Linder's number 2, Dr. Linder number 2. And when we hit start, that little wireless module, and we'll have those available anytime. We're just waiting for one component, microchip part. And once we start that on the screen, it'll have a little orange bar over here on the side. And that orange bar that orange bar here will open up a screen which will show the amount of time per movement and the total amount of time up above it. It'll have an intensity meter that you can follow. It'll have the total number of bounces that you have done in the program, and it will, through an algorithm and through what we've filed as new patented technology, it has an oscillator that will tell you the number of calories burnt. What I like about this is that any one of the movements that you can do with the routines, it will record your activity and put it into a saved record showing what you did this week or this day and this next day and so on and so forth. It also, when it completes the routine, if you choose to continue, let's say you burn 350 calories and you want to burn 500, you don't have to stop. You can continue to work on this. It will continue to count the total number of bounces. You want to get 5,000 bounces, 10,000 bounces. You can continue to do it. It will continue to count, and it will count the number of calories you've burned in the total session. It will only record what you did in the recorded session. But what I like about that, you get to a certain point and you can continue. And I've got to reset this again because I waited too long. So, all right, we're about ready. Let's do this. Turn this back on. All right. Connect Bluetooth device. Connected. Go back. Advanced. There's a great many of us that really love this app, and there's some people that would rather have somebody live, but we like to watch TV while we're doing the app because it'll ding in between each one of the movements. All right, so here we go. I hope you can see me as well as the screen. And we're ready to get started.
You want to turn it down so we can hear you?
Sure. Too loud. All right, so this is warm up. This is also cool down. We'll do this when we finish as well. But this is a good little routine. And it's healthy. That's what we want. And I want to ask you to let me know what it is you would like to see happen on these programs. How can I help you more? What can I do to better serve you? Because that's why I'm here. And you can play on it. If you like to dance, go and dance a little bit. Okay, and hip rock. I like to lift the shoulders up because it helps stretch my lower back. I feel it in the lower back a little bit. Some of you may feel it in the shoulders, different areas, but it's constantly massaging hands down, I just honestly, I see all these different exercise programs. I don't know.
Can you turn it down some more?
You bet. Turn it down some more. Okay. All right. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
You get a thumbs up? All right. Super. And like I said, we're going to be doing some over 40 new movements that are designed to focus on different areas of the body: shoulders, neck, back, strength. And that's going to be out any week. I used to say any day. Well, it's true, but electronics and an eye-opener. But we're very, very close. So it could be this week. We'll probably test this week. That's what it's called. Okay, this is digest, elimination, lower back. I want to work the upper back. You can lift your arms up a little bit as well. But this is targeting all of those internal organs. Wonderful. It's a massage as well as a building strengthening. And you don't have to torque. And notice I'm on the mat the whole time. It's the heels that are coming up and down. Power breathing. That's a lot. That's a lot of power breathing, and you hear the difference in my voice, so you can know that it really is real. Wow. All right. That's a good one for increasing oxygen. And you need the oxygen to burn calories and have, better metabolic processes, utilize nutrients, etc. Wow. All right. Okay, now we're going to do you can do the jaw. I'm going to go a little bit faster. Right. And then the hip rock.
Which workout is this?
Dr. Linder.
And where do they find it?
Under the advanced section. Number 2. Dr. Linder, number 2. Jump run, 30 seconds. Keep your back straight, feet flat. You can do the jumbo walk if you need to. I want to. And we're burning calories. Twist. Breathe deep. Remember, we're playing on it, it's working on us. So you can do the tilt or the kick-ups. Health bounce, 30 seconds. Again, go at your own pace. Have fun. Make this fun. Okay, back in. And if you can't lift your leg at us, just lift your heels up. Tilt forward just slightly. Remember, this is a lot of weight. It's leveraging that weight all along the back. I like to do it this way. Okay, hip rock. That advanced jumping jack, I'm pretty sure that's in the new, will be in the new app too, or the updated version. Breathing. Can you imagine doing that for 30 seconds? That's great, Dr. Linder. Thank you. And if you may sound wheezy when you first start to do that. That's not uncommon. That's a literal exercise for the lungs without having to go out and do a lot of long distance running or swimming. You're working the lungs and the bronchial tubes. You may notice that you are clearing mucus out. It helps to clean out the bronchial tubes and the lungs as well. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's quick. It's a good exercise. And I want to encourage all of you, jump around, put together your own routines, send them to us, let us look them over. If you've done something that you think is helpful to you, you've created something on the app, then it will probably be helpful to others too. Twist. I look forward to working more this year with Dr. Linder. She's put together some really good programs. Front kick. Remember, you can jog. Just tilt it slightly backwards too. Okay, so if you want to go for weight loss, the weight loss 2 under the Mr. Rebounder app is really intense. It'll burn more calories. But if you want a good overall health and fitness program, this is great. Hip rub. If there's anybody else, we'll take a moment right after to answer any additional questions you might have. All right, congratulate yourselves. That was a good program. And like I said, you can create your own routines using our library of movements and then share those routines with us. And like Dr. Linder did, and we'll review those, and if we can, we'll put them up on our Mr. Rebounder app library. All I can tell you is we've got some more exciting things in store for the Mr. Rebounder app, where we can work more collectively as an entire community of the Cellercise family. And irrespective of whatever unit you have, thank you. We adopt you all as part of the Cellercise family. You're going to find the quality and the integrity of the Cellercise family is there to help support you in your objectives, fitness and health objectives. So if you have any questions that they weren't answered, if you have anything personal you need to talk about, feel free to give me a call. I have a chance to talk with doctors and health practitioners almost daily. Yes, Brittman.
Is using a Cellerciser safe for folks that have had a spinal fusion and has 2 titanium rods? This surgery was at least 45 years ago.
2 titanium rods and a spinal fusion about 45 years ago. You may be limited in some of the movements. Again, I don't know what you can and can't do in your normal day-to-day activity. You should consult with your doctor or health practitioner as to what would be safe. We have many people that are doing most everything that you saw tonight, and they've had spinal fusions as well. So it totally depends on what your personal situation is. One of the neat things about Cellercise is it's not traumatizing to the body like typical exercise or aerobic impact sport type routines can be. You're not lifting, twisting, you're using your own body weight. You're simply increasing the G forces on that weight. So standing there and gently bouncing up and down should be no problem. Rocking side to side for the hip, walking or running in place, wonderful. Remember the most important movements, virtually all of them check with the doctor on the twist. But most all of those movements, I believe, are really essential for us to have and enjoy a great quality of life. Again, you remember the story of a gentleman, I've shared it many times, called me up just a year ago now. And he says, Mr. Hall, I woke up this morning feeling great. I know why. It's because of your Cellerciser. And I had to call and say thank you. And I said, well, thank you. That was very nice that you would be willing to share that. He says, 20 years ago, you introduced me to Cellercise, and it changed my life. I've watched my family, friends, and peers pass on. A lot of them on drugs, medications, poor quality of health. I woke up, I feel great. I'm still enjoying life, and I'm still very active. 20 years ago, when you introduced me to Cellercise, I was in my 70s. See, it doesn't matter the age. Number one, cells don't get old. They're always replicating, replacing themselves, but they can get weak. We can strengthen and improve the efficiency of our cells at any age. As we strengthen and improve the efficiency of our cells, we automatically begin to strengthen and improve the efficiency of our body parts and functions as well. It's why exercise is so important. But I can't think of any exercise that can compare to Cellercise. And the features that we have on the Cellerciser, just so many of you know, that mat material is not your typical canvas mounted or plastic mats. It's a polypropylene where every fiber is put under nearly 200 tons of pressure. It is so dense you can't stretch it out. It's UV resistant, but it will help resist pronating of the feet. And so as you're doing different movements on the Cellerciser, you want to know your foot's not going to roll on you. You want to know you're going to stay balanced. You want to know that you're going to have the support that you need. So that's why we put these materials into the development of the Cellerciser. I want to thank you again. Brooklyn, are there any other questions? Please have a great 2 weeks ahead of us, and chart your course. What is it you want to accomplish? Write it down, visualize it, talk to your body. You're in a partnership relationship here. Talk to your body and thank your body for helping you to achieve the things that are important to you in your health and fitness. That's the first step of faith. Exercising that faith is what I'm talking about right now. Seeing it, talking, believing, affirming it, proclaiming it, declaring it. Do those things that are going to help you become the person you want to be in every area of your life. Family and home, father, mother, your physical and your health, your financial and your career, your social and cultural, spiritual, ethical, mental, educational areas of your life. Create a vision. Hold on to the vision. Watch what happens. Thank you. Happy New Year. Blessings to all of you. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. If you have any questions, give us a call.